Firstly, is Chinese the language of choice for the school administration process? If yes or no, why?
For sure, yeah. A lot of them can't speak Chinese, so I have a lot of difficult time to deal with my problems.
Like it goes both ways. Like they can understand me and I can understand them. I think they should raise their level of English when they hire their people.
At times there'll be bits in English, but for the most part everything's handled in Chinese.
Well, it could be if I was in a complete Chinese university, but as a student of international college, I think Chinese is really not suitable.
How to say that? It's just because we have so many difficulty to speak English and they don't make effort, and this is a problem in this school. And when you're a foreigner, you feel very alone in this school because of the language.
Have you ever had the stress and difficulty of finding an interpreter to help you translate your personal problems, such as school fees, dorm problems?
They send the bills in Chinese, so I don't know.
Actually, I have some Taiwanese friends, so they help me a lot, but it's difficult to ask them for personal things. For example, if I want to go to see a doctor, I can't ask my friend to translate, it's too personal. So I had some problems.
Sometimes you face the problem and you cannot solve it because you cannot express in the local language. You don't find anybody and you just give up.
Sometimes, I guess, because there's like friends who knows Chinese so they can help out, but sometimes they're busy with school, so I don't know. Is it easy for you to find those friends?
Not very easy at all. Because like when I talk to them, can you speak English? They just, no, I cannot, sorry.
I feel like the university should provide an interpreter, or at least ensure their staff can competently communicate in English.
The student clubs within the university, have you tried to join some of them, and was the language an issue?
I was trying to join the soccer team, but most of the students spoke Chinese.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was a little bit of a problem.
For sure, because I'm interested for joining in like school activities, but I don't have idea who's I need to talk with.
It's possible to join a club. Nobody speaks English, and even if you join the club, all is in Chinese. So body language is not enough to join a club.
Yeah, I guess so. Because even though they promote the clubs here to you, they still promote it mostly in Chinese. So I don't understand what you're saying.
Like dance club or any other kind of group.
So this actually affects you, like showcasing your talent. Like if you want to involve into school activities, just because of Chinese, you can't join.
Yes. I'm not joining any club because of Chinese.
For example, I was interested in the music club, and when I go to have some information and they say they are afraid everything is in Chinese, and I said my place, I don't belong here. If I want to enjoy myself and everything in Chinese. So.
Do you have issues with the emails that are typed in Chinese? And what are your response to them? Do you usually just delete them because you can't read them?
Exactly, I don't read it because it's disrespectful just to send an email not in my language, so I just delete.
So I just delete it.
Just delete them to make some space.
I just delete them immediately.
Just delete them all.
Yeah.
So I have to like go find a classmate who can read Chinese and help me translate.
Emails I read, they're always in Chinese. I have to go to Google Translate to try to read them.
Actually, I sent all of those emails to the spam.
You feel like the email system is not useless, completely useless?
Yeah, for international students.
For international students.
I don't know who's the responsible of it, but I don't want my email to be full of emails that I don't even know what they're saying. So yeah, I don't like it.
Have you ever had problems ordering food and drinks in the campus?
For sure, a lot of menu there, just like pure in
Chinese?
in Chinese?
Well, since I can point, I just point at what I want.
Or at first time, yes, I had lots of stuff, and I was kind of like trying to not go to any place where I have to speak.
Right.
So
Yeah, even in the family mart, you can see the number. It seems like a discount, but nobody can give you the explanation, and you just buy stuff and you don't know.
Right.
Most of them don't speak English.
Mm-hmm.
So, for example, if I want to ask if a meat is a fish or a chicken, they cannot understand what I'm trying to ask. So yes, I have experienced that.
So other than the 5th floor, it's hard for you to order food, right?
Impossible, quite impossible.
What's your experience with the in-class group discussions? Are the students speaking with each other in English?
Actually, I tried one day to work with Chinese people in a group, and they always speak Chinese together. So I felt alone. So now I only work with foreigner. Yeah.
When we want to diversify and add some Taiwanese students, it's really hard because they don't really say what they want.
usually in group, I'm the one who's talking in English all the time, and they will just ask each other in Chinese when I say.
But the problem is because they speak in Chinese together and they not try to speak English to me and they not ask me when they have a problem.
But do you think it's their fault because they cannot speak English? I mean, like.
Yeah, it's not their. Actually, I want to say it's not their fault because they cannot speak English, but because they're in an international college, they should learn how to speak English and try to improve their skill more.
No, they actually speak in Chinese most of the time. I have to keep reminding them that they have to learn English.
But when they're discussing within the group, they use their native language, and the teacher, I think it looks like he's okay with it.
Do the teachers use other languages besides English to teach?
Some other Taiwanese or can't say Asian teachers, they do use Chinese.
Sometimes, just to.
Yeah, sometimes.
In a class on Friday, he speak all in Chinese all sometimes, and I cannot understand. Try to talk to him why you not speak English to me, and he said because mostly in the class Taiwanese.
So do you think in a university like this, there should be something like teachers should be explaining these terms in English to students who can't speak and wasting other students' time for sitting there learning?
I think if very difficult English words, I think the professors can also help translate in Chinese, but then as in common English words, you know. I think the students should be ready for it because they knew that they're applying for this English environment school, right? Exactly.
Not really, but their accent is so Chinese. So the first week, I don't really understand what they said. I don't have idea.
In one case, the accent isn't the problem, but his English is a problem. So I can understand his accent perfectly fine, but his English is rather poor. So I think at times he'll use improper words and things like that.
I was kind of very disappointed in the school because most of the teachers are from Taiwan and they had a really strong accent or grammar issues and stuff. Even their PPT had some grammar issues that I don't understand what sentence this is.
The lectures are too long.
Okay.
Because it's a 3-hour lecture, so
yeah, it's too much.
You know, sometimes in the beginning you're okay, you're focused, but then as the time goes by, slowly you're focused and you start your head starts dreaming and then
you
stop paying attention.
Probably if they'll have I'm not asking for Western food, you know, but maybe if they have different types of Asian foods, that'll be better than just having to go to City Corner and have the same meals that I will have in the food court and the same meals that I'll have in the 5th floor. It's basically the same food, so they don't have a diversity of food.
The environment is not foreigner friendly. First, with the start by changing the requirement for entering the school for Taiwanese students because most of them don't even know any English and they come here to learn English from ABC or something. So that really drags the level of education down.
All I can do is just wish they can try to speak English to us more. Yeah.
and help each other and have a harmonious environment.
Yes.
What is the biggest problem for you in relation to the school?
I think it can be the language.
Scale to 1 to 10, how serious is the language problem in Asia?
Maybe an 8.
Okay.
I feel like it's a pretty big problem.
Do you feel like this is truly an international school? An international?
Not really.
All right.